Hey, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Melee all day, coming back at you with another little story. I want to talk to you about Mississippi Burning. Do you remember the movie Mississippi Burning about the three civil rights workers that went to Mississippi to help Black folks register to vote, and they ended up being murdered? Andrew Goodman, a 20-year-old college student from New York City; James Earl Chaney, a 21-year-old Black man; and Michael Henry Schwerner, graduate of Cornell University, a civil rights worker who had took on many projects to help the advancement of civil rights for Black folks. Schwerner and his wife were going around the country doing different projects. They had opened up a community center and helped young Black kids learn how to read. They went to Mississippi. These three went to Mississippi to investigate a church that was firebombed by the Ku Klux Klan. And while they were there, actually, Schwerner and his wife went down there. They rented out a storefront, and they decided they were going to help Black folks register to vote. They went back up north, got their plans together. These three guys and Schwerner's wife, Rita, went back to Mississippi. So when these three guys were looking at the firebombed church, on their way back, they got arrested. They got pulled over. They got pulled over by Deputy Sheriff Price. I forget his first name, but Deputy Sheriff Price. They locked them up. Later on, Price would go on to say they were speeding, and that's why he pulled them over. Well, while those guys were in jail, the Ku Klux Klan was getting a posse together. The leader at a local Klan in Philadelphia, Mississippi, they called Schwerner the ringleader, goatee, and he was marked for death. Now, this story was a story that was all over the country. This happened in 1964, June 21st, 1964. The guys were let out of jail, and they were never seen again. No one knew what happened to them. The federal government was looking for them. They put a lot of resources into it, but they could never solve the case. It was truly a black eye for the federal government and the FBI, J. Edgar Hoover. It wasn't so much, obviously James Earl Chaney, the young Black man that was murdered, but the two white boys. You can't just go around killing white boys, You just can't go around killing white boys. So, later on in history, Hollywood got a hold of the story, and they made a movie called Mississippi Burning, starring Willem Dafoe, Gene Hackman, these two agents out of New York City, went down to Mississippi, and they beat the street. They investigated. They did what good FBI agents do. And after long and intensive work, lo and behold, they solved the case. They found the bodies. They charged 21 men. 8 were convicted. 3 were in a it came to a hung jury, a deadlock jury, and 8. No, what was it? And I think 10 were never charged. Yeah, it was 11 were charged, 10 were never charged. So when you watch the movie, it was cross burnings, and it was a good movie, man. If you haven't seen Mississippi Burning, watch